the view from the bunkhouse in the daylight. You got over there the Cambrian range, and over here is where we came down yesterday, that ridge, and then looking out to sea. Over there, down to the Fairborn, just in the middle of the picture to the left, sort of thing. And then there's a camping pod here. That's the main house. That's the long lean-to is the showers and toilets just there. And I think we did this last night. There's the and there you go. Yeah, and the picture of out of the kitchen shared area window. Detour to have a look at this, which is called Serig Arthur, and it's a stone circle, ancient stone circle. Who knows what it's all about? That's where we're heading. That's Diffis up there in the middle of the picture. So up and along that ridge, and then somewhere off over there. And I don't know if you can see, but just straight over there is Cambrian range. And we can't see, we've gone up too high now, but down below all the tree line, just over the crest of this hill, is the Barmouth estuary and the Malvac trail. Looking down to the sea, villages to the north of Barmouth, I don't know if that's Llandequin, and then moving round to Shell Island, Mockgrass, and then just behind this hill there must be Harwick, and then right over in the distance you're looking over to, I don't know, could be Pwllheli, Lynn Peninsula, stretching right out, maybe you can't see. We're on the way up to Diffis, still climbing, another sea of cotton grass. The summit trig point of Diffis. Let's give you a 360. Looking around again towards the peninsula. Over there. Disappearing into the mist. Big hill there called Mulfray. Lyn Dwlyn down there, lake or reservoir, and then looking back to where we come from, all along this ridge following that wall there, and on the ridge on the skyline, and then coming up from where we were somewhere in amongst those trees, and then you're looking at the Malvac estuary towards Barmouth, with on the shore is Fairborn. Back around looking at the Cadridge Range, whatever this valley is, and then back to the trig point. I got it wrong, this lake, a little bit further along, is Lynn. Lynn, and the last one we were looking at was one called Lynn Bodlin. There we are. We're continuing along that spiny ridge there, and moving up that other hill, which is Elether towards Rhinog Fack. Lynn Doolin. Lynn Hewell at the base of Rhinog Fack, which is that, and then Rhinog Fowler over there. I'm continuing somewhere around the base and then heading over to Trawsfynydd Lake, which is, I don't know if you can see it, it's over there to a campsite sort of halfway along, just out of sight really, behind this rhino. So steep down, have a break. That was the most torturous terrain I've ever walked through. I don't really wish to return. Sunrise at about 5:30 over the Trawsfynydd Lake. There was mist on the lake earlier, but it's just cleared away. I don't know if you can still see any. Maybe a little bit over there near the power station, but you can barely see. Last night's camp spot at Kayada on the Trawsfynydd Lake. Here we are. There's the old power station, which we'll be heading past today. And there's the sunrise. About 5:30 in the morning. Mist's coming back on the lake. Down the far end. Crossing the dam at the head of the Trawsfynydd Lake. Lots of fish topping. Flat, calm, crystal clear. Beautiful. Well, that for a beautiful gate. Approaching Stuart station on the Festiniog Railway, heading towards Blanai Festiniog, but I'm not going there. I'm going to go to a cafe at the end of the lake. Tiny Grisiau reservoir with the power station in the middle there, and down the far end, just to the left of the dam, is a cafe that I'm heading for. And then you've got a fine view that these are the Molwyn Hills, or mountains. There's some that are out down the back out of sight at the moment. Decide if I'm going to go up and over there or not. See how I feel. Got to go over Snowdon in the next 2 days. There's no choice in the matter with that. And the next range after it to get down to Idle Cottage. So might need to save myself. A few people in there. Another cuckoo somewhere in those trees. Heard one every day so far on this walk. The dam holding back a reservoir called Linstewlen. Just need to climb that crack there and then you should see the reservoir. Climb steeply up, coming along that track that's right in the middle of the picture, steep up that down from the lake, which you can just see right down in the bottom of the picture there. The cafe is just round to the left. This is at the top. Just look at the dam. That's Molwyn Mower. Got Molwyn back and Molwyn Mower. Going up, we're skirting round them. Rocky, impressive crags. Here's the reservoir. Quarry hole in the ground. We've had all the slate out presumably. Just a bit north of the dam. I'm just heading off past these buildings, hopefully just going to look for a wild camp spot somewhere in the next half a mile. Tonight's camp spot. It's got my sleeping bag airing by this little unmarked lake. That hill there is called Foyle Dew, quite high up, and this disused quarry workings just down here are called it's called Cwmorthyn quarry. It's disused obviously, but it's been hive of activity. I guess slate, looking at the mountain of slate behind me there. No shortage of picnic tables. Just hope we don't have an avalanche in the middle at night. Anyway, there's my little unnamed source. There's a little newt in it. There was a newt that scuttled off. It's good enough for newts, it's good enough for me. And here we are. All the disused quarry buildings. It's been a right sizable place. Heading off in that direction, you can just see the signpost, yellow posts in the morning. I came down that way because I did the circuitous route. The original little lake is dried up completely just about, so I had to find something else. So there we are. About 7 o'clock in the morning, sun's up from over the hill. Set off about 10-15 minutes ago. Heading out of all the mine workings and down Cum Croesaw to a village of Croesaw, which is down in the bottom there. Following this path, steep down, and then it snakes its way around the hillside on this left hand side of the valley. So about halfway down, it's a beautiful valley. This tramway running around there. Could be a waterfall in that gully. There's still plenty of water flowing in it. Beautiful house down there. And down to the bottom at Croesaw. And this is a hill called Cnicht. C-N-I-C-H-T. See the fencing, walls made out of a piece of thin stood up slate held together by wire. Don't see that very often. It's all the way over there and down and round past this building. Just come up out of Croesaw, quite steep, and then going down the other side, all downhill to Bedgillett, and looking over in the distance, that is Portmaddock, and then to the left where it starts to go down to the sea, it's Bothy Guest. You hear the cuckoo again, he's very close somewhere in these trees here. And all this, there's a wonderful smell around here, all of this vegetation, I don't know if you can zoom in into it, the stuff with the small low level bushes, it's all bog myrtle and the smell's incredible. It's really sweet smelling. It's supposedly deters insects, but if you rub the leaves on yourself, it does smell beautiful. It didn't do much to keep midges away, but it smells really nice. More of the same. Smells stunning. This is the River Glaslyn. Although it's quite low, there's still a beautiful pool there. It flows down there through rocks, but it will be dramatic in heavy rain. It's between Nantmore and Bedgallert. It's the Miners' track from the pig track, which is where we are now. Going up Snowdon from Penny Pass back down to the campsite Haffordlan, and then tomorrow I'll do the gliders, get the bus back to Penny Pass and do the gliders, do it that way around. Save me doing both in one day, Snowdon and gliders. The aptly named Pig Track. The Miners' track goes down, drops down and by the lakes. This one comes right up here, and the Snowdon summit is a trot along this bit of ridge over there. Still got people on it at this time of night, 6 o'clock-ish. And here's the railway line. The train's just gone up, and there's some Snowdon Ranger path, and the path down to Lambert is following the railway. What a vista. See for miles. This one's for Gabe Zofsky and passing his C1. Pig track all the way down there. Looking back where we've just been, that's right in the middle of the picture near the top of Snowdon Summit. We've come all the way down this long ridge, I forget what that's called, Craig Do or something like that, all the way down there, and then down that tortuous slippery slope in the middle of the shot there, and then following this track here. Over there is the Watkin track, which goes up and joins the pig track, sort of right in the middle of the picture there. It's hard to see, so it comes down. We're following this track, which just joins up with the Watkin track, nearly back at the campsite. Shortcuts to the youth hostel.